Zoinkers. Nugatti Knight, hello, hey, error. Heart of Ice tends to be a fairly easy mission. Easy enough that we're thinking about masteries for our characters. Maybe I'll try Pedestrian. Pedestrian's, like, in theory, possible. Nash. You've just understood the quests give only 1/3 of a perk today. Reading is hard. A perk mark is 1/3 of a perk. The quests are a full perk each. The quests do not interact with perk marks. You can get 6 perks from perk marks, so 18 perk marks gives 6 perks, at which point you're maxed. Like, you can't get more from perk marks. You can get 2 more perks from the mastery quests as well. Is a game Against the Storm-esque? Are you thinking of Frostpunk instead of Frosthaven, perhaps? Give a rush! Frosthaven is more like XCOM. Meets Slay the Spire. How do we kill the enemies? Kind of an interesting question. I think we just want all of our ranged stuff on Banner Spear, probably. Like, this is probably fine. This mission shouldn't be that hard. It's more about, like, can we get our masteries done? 800 U-bots. You'd go out on a limb and say this is Against the Storm 2? Would you really? Alright. The stream's current bitrate, 7,398 KB per second, is lower than recommended. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm streaming at. I'm pretty sure that's 1,000 higher than I'm streaming at. Interesting. YouTube's being weird. Also streaming on YouTube, if any of you would like to watch on YouTube instead of here, for whatever reason. Blinkblade can try not to get targeted. I think Wave of Anguish does pretty well on this mission. I drop Forceful Spirits since I don't care about hitting 2 targets. I only have to kill 1 boss. And then perks. I've typically been starting with Savage on Geminate for the extra ×2 modifier. I might go for Preserve instead, though. A +1 regen and redraw card. The thing is, Geminate attacks for like 1 or 2 an awful lot, so the ×2 isn't actually that good, and the brittle does matter. I eventually want Sting as well to get the piercing cards into my deck. Not yet. Do this. I don't know. I think the first 4 I want are Savage, 2 Preserves, and Sting. And it's just a question of which order to take them all in. Probably Savage is the best one for this mission. Twitch's bitrate is 6,000 on your end. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, interesting. Well, now the bitrate's wrong on YouTube. I don't know. If people are watching on YouTube and feel like the stream's quality is weird, they can tell me, I guess. Revitalize! +2 damage, regen, redraw. Obscene card. Hey Dante! You're very welcome. Glad I could help. Deathwalker, I think just grabbing Penumbra can't be super bad. So let's do that. Redraw heals were popping off for you this morning, but also you're playing on +0 and nowhere near as good. Hey, we all start somewhere. I'm a couple hundred hours into my Frosthaven journey at this point. Okay, so we have Layabout, gain 7 or fewer experience before any bonus quest experience. That should be pretty easy on Banner Spear. For this one, we have never perform a basic action. That could be a little iffy on Geminate. You have never enter a hex occupied by a figure or obstacle. That's a thing that I have to actively pay attention to, or I will fail it. We have move no more than 2 hexes on each turn. Another one I have to actively pay attention to, or I will fail it. Sage Lee. Yeah. And then in terms of like extra quests, I want to summon a banner and stay within 3 range of it for the entire mission for you. I want to swap forms every turn for you. I want to never be targeted by an attack for you, and I want to remove 7 shadows in 1 turn for you. And I believe I have all of the cards that I need to do all of those things already. So, I think we're set up. Let's give it a go. Time to kill the Snowspeaker Chieftain. Probably. Is that the easy one to kill? He charging for it. Why does Penumbra not give Trample? Just a massive oversight in the rule system for sure. Trample would be actually kind of fun in this game. I could get into that. 7 Shadows always felt like one of the harder ones. I have to time it right, but it's pretty doable with the starter cards and a bit of help from your friends. I actually think like once you understand which like 3 cards make it most easy to do, it ends up being one of the easier ones. You just need a moment where you can do it, that's all. Yeah, I guess the hard part is setting up a moment where you can do it. Because there are ones where, like, you don't have to go out of your way to try, but you're likely to fail. And then there are ones where... Scarab Flight... Moving without being able to do basic actions is going to be kind of hard. There are ones where it's easy to do it if you get into a situation where you can. But maybe it's hard to get into a situation where you can. Is it worth it to try for the difficult perks, even on characters you're going to retire quickly? As long as we're not, like, failing the mission by doing it, sure. Why not? After all, why shouldn't I? Pretty easy enemies in the first room. The scouts are pretty slow. The guards and scouts are fighting against each other, so it looks overwhelming until you realize that they're not on the same team. Ever enter a hex occupied by a figure or obstacle. Never be targeted by an attack. I just need to go faster than 29 to get underneath Cruel Bow. You're going to shoot there. You're getting set up. And here we are summoning a banner. Which we are intending to be within range of for the entire mission. Aww. 30 is too slow because Cruel Blow actually hit me. So you need to go at 27? Or 18 maybe? I don't have to swap forms on turn 1. The game's weird. You're really struggling with doing any masteries when you don't know how long missions will be or how difficult they are. You just pretend the quests don't exist. I think that's reasonable. I think that is completely fine. I don't think I need to get the banner set up early in the turn here. We can get it set up late. I don't actually want to deal extra damage to the scouts because the scouts tend to lose to the guards. So we want to... We're pushing the scouts at the guards to make sure the scouts attack the guards instead of us, but we're not trying to kill them. Let's see what's going on. We did get Cruel Bow. Should write down what this actually does. Move, attack... Free range? Is that what it does? I don't know. And then nothing special from the guards. Because it's an attack -1. I don't actually have to push this one. It's already attacking that. So if I'd rather they were closer to me for some reason. Or if I'd rather not deal damage to it, I suppose. Oh, but they're gonna fall back from the guards when they Cruel Bow. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I push it or not then. It's just gonna move back. I guess I can decide whether I want it to move here or if I'd like to have a chance of it moving there. If I want it to move here ever, I would want to hit it, but I don't think I want it to move there. Oh wait. So I'm not going to attack the one on the right. I'm only going to attack the one on the left. Give that a little push. And I'm not allowed to use basic actions, and I don't want to deal extra damage to a scout, so I'm just done. And then Blink Blade is going to move here. Push you. I think to here. And run back into the corner. So far, we are good on pedestrian, we're good on slowpoke, we're good on specialist. And I don't remember what the other one is. It's going okay so far. You enjoy how much this mission is about helping the scouts? Team Yellow doesn't tend to do very well in this mission chain. Oh god. Speaking of which. Okay. Well, they got a crit miss as well, that's fair. Interesting. I feel like usually when I've played this mission, we've gotten 3 guards on this side, not this side. So I guess I did something different this time. I feel like the camera rotations have been especially egregious so far in this mission. Alright. So, like, mini quests as we go through this room. Obviously, we're trying to let these fight each other. We don't want to have to fight them if we don't have to. The dream would be for them to exactly kill each other, but that's not going to happen. I want to get 5 shadows set up closest to the door, and I've just used Call to the Abyss. So when I attack enemies with Deathwalker, I can mark them for death, and then when they die, I'll get a shadow. So next, I want to start hitting some of the enemies. that I can get said shadows out of them. And going at 64, I'll likely be after the scouts. I can only move 2 hexes, but I can move here, poison that, and hit something with Black Barrage. Maybe hit this with Black Barrage first and then move up and poison. We want an Incendiary throw with Banner Spear. That's fine. Maybe I'll summon Charles Reinforcement as well. Charles Reinforcement could tank a 1 hit from a guard. Ooh. I have a light channeled. I don't think that's actually useful. I think they're all going to be wounded already. Use Into My Embrace as an attack, and I guess Hail of Thorns is a move. Just trying to switch forms every round and never perform a basic action, so that's a little bit limiting in what I can do. Blink Blade is probably not doing a lot this turn, and that's kind of fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't even get me far enough. Wait, that's only 3. 4. Okay, so I could use slow mode experimental adjustment to run up here and hit this. I could also use Sand in the Hourglass to just deal a bunch of wound damage. Well, thanks so much for the 10 gifted subs. I really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. I have been naming characters after subscribers, so whether we get Frozen Fist or Snow Dancer from this mission, I guess I will name them after you. Thank you. Well, now, like, there's no reason to stand here because Sand in the Hourglass is not melee range. So I guess I should do something else. I don't even have a move 3, though. I used both of my move 3s in slow mode in turn 1. Alright, like, wander over here and Sand in the Hourglass late in the turn. I guess what I could do is combined effort to move the Geminate, and then Geminate could go late as possible in the turn. 88 could move up here and wound that as well, so then it would have 4 wounds on the guards. And then Sand in the Hourglass will hit for another 2. And then Geminate can drag down next turn and hit these 2 guards and walk away. That seems fine. Each time I lose a campaign, you are sad, and then I have some interesting moment in Mission 1, and you're back to realizing how good the game is. Hey, this will look. Yeah, like every time I play Mission 1, I'm like, oh, this game's so cool. Also how I feel playing Mission 2 and 3. Alright, the guards are going early in the turn. My Banner Spear is going even faster, though. By the time Mission 2 and 3 come around, it's so interesting. Yeah, it doesn't take long to get going. And Mission 1 just, like, feels like it plays differently every time somehow. Pretty hard to fail to deal damage with this with advantage and +1 damage on it. Ouch. Hey, progress. We're doing well, in quotation marks. Ouch. What? Oh god, these are going at 92. Okay. I definitely thought that Geminate was slow enough that the scout would be getting attacked. I guess it's not the end of the world. Because Geminate's standing here, Deathwalker can't walk in and poison. I don't really care. It's fine. I do kind of want to immobilize this. But I'd also enjoy making a shadow. Yeah, let's immobilize it. Guess we use Into My Embrace before we move. So I can get +1 damage from Banner Strength. And then I actually want to move here for the drag down template next turn. Get him! Yeah! Applying poison to the guards is actually kind of huge. Don't hate that at all. Can I choose not to hit things? I guess I can't choose not to hit things. Alright, well. Okay, Geminate's also not allowed to use a basic action. I have to swap forms and not use a basic action. Yeah. Like I might get Venom Shiv'd here. It's fine for Geminate to get attacked by one thing though. Not the end of the world. It would be nice to have a Stamina Potion so I could use Standing Hourglass again. That card is good. Maybe Banner Sphere uses Regroup. Maybe we go as late as possible in the turn. Banner Spear uses Regroup to put Blink Blade in position, and then Blink Blade can use like Temporal Displacement to deal 2 and maybe just the top half of Overdrive. I guess bottom half of Overdrive might also be good at that point. But just like use a basic attack from Overdrive. How late in the turn can Banner Spear go? 83. Sure. So we're trying to let them all move first. 4, 5. They're getting kind of low. I believe this is on 5. Okay. Oh, move no more than 2 hexes on each turn does not preclude me from teleporting. Teleporting doesn't count as moving. I didn't even think about that. Let's go late in the turn here. Probably vaguely okay. We got move attack from the scouts. That is hasty assault. I bet this is a move +1, attack -1. That's what it is for every other character. And the guards are doing psych up, which will attack and strengthen them for next turn. I have a suspicion that this is going to die. This moves forward, attacks, this moves forward, attacks. Or doesn't have to move even. So what I might do is... Also, Geminate's getting attacked by this. I guess Geminate's just getting attacked. I guess that's fine. Good. Good. Oh no. Slightly less good. I think the scouts are all dead. Oh, I forgot this was immobilized from Deathwalker. Oh, and the crit miss. Okay. I've managed to fail to go slower than Banner Sphere with Blink Blades somehow. My bad. I have to make sure I don't step on a hex with an ally and fail pedestrian. The game won't realize that I'm trying to avoid them and will auto-path me into them. I'm gonna move 2 and attack someone. I don't want to move that first, actually. Hooji! Mr. Jorbs, the egg ball sport, which is your income source, was bad today. You hope my day was good. The egg ball sport is your income source. Wild? You're a sports media person. Was it bad in a, like, you get paid less way? How does that work? Oh! Money. Or was it morally dubious? Yeah. An injury occurred which will probably reduce your revenue this year. Oh no. NFL injury. Colts. Liatu Latu? Brock Bow something? I used to know who like Jerry Rice was back in the day. The amount that I don't know who plays football anymore is pretty obscenely high. I need to make sure this banner doesn't get killed. We're equidistant here. So if I go slower than this, we're good. But this can go at 70. I can only go at 67. I guess I have a way to reduce my initiative by 10, actually. Another thing I could do is just have Geminate go faster than the banner, so that Geminate's the one that gets tie-breaked into. Did I switch forms? I did switch forms, okay. And then I can Selfless Offering, Smoldering Hatred or something. And next turn I can switch forms, and I have to start short resting, unfortunately, already. But probably that's okay. I want to start murdering this thing. But going fast is an issue. You know what I can do? I can use my spear with the blurry jab, and I don't actually have to stand next to it. That works fine. Oh, I forgot about looting. Gemini's trying to get 100 gold. Blinkblade's trying to get herbs. And so far has Rockroot. Is that the one that's on this mission? There are 2 Rockroot on this mission. Okay, so Blinkblade probably doesn't want loot. Banner Spear is doing what? I don't even remember. You're trying to kill guards, crabs, things. It might be a Geminate picks everything up mission. Oh, Banner Spear's trying to become a merchant. Okay, so Geminate and Banner Spear want the loot. That is fine. Going at 19 would guarantee that I got away from this before it attacked me. And I could just all of you to muddle this, maybe? But I do have to, like, walk backwards with a slowpoke character as I've played it. Maybe go at 32. And then I am getting hit by Cruel Bow, but, like, do I care? I don't know. I don't think I care that much. You also knew who Jerry Rice was when you were a kid. He's probably the whole reason you're in this mess. He was good at catching the ball. Pretty sure. Also very fast at running. Volpina, thanks for the 56 months. Appreciate it. So this goes faster than Banner Spear, so Geminate can walk away. It does put me in questionable circumstances as a Seattleite who was introduced to the game of football largely by the 49ers. Interesting that this is also walking away from the guard, but I think fine. I'm also streaming this on YouTube. Is that new? Yeah, I worked out a way to do it, which is a lot less work than what I had been doing to stream on YouTube. And I figured I might as well. So if you would like to watch on YouTube, you can. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's not like better or worse for me either way, I don't think. It might actually be better for you to watch on Twitch. I don't know. I haven't really thought my way through all of that. Not really the point. Wow, these two actually did perfectly both die, I think. It's kind of funny. So the best way to deal damage to this would actually be to walk up to it. So I can deal more damage. Well, you know. That's absolutely outstanding stuff. And then Banner Spear does this and they all just die? Oh my god, that's kind of incredible. Alright, awesome. I think that's the cleanest this has ended up working for me. All the times I've done it. We have found one of the coins. I want the coins on Geminate and I want the material resources on Banner Sphere. So that is technically not the way I wanted it to happen, but hey, it's fine. And in theory, Blinkblade would like to loot exactly one of the cards in the loot deck, but there are, 19 cards left and only one of them is good for Blinkblade, so let's just chill on that. That's fine. I am tracking the loot deck now, yeah. Oh, and all these enemies are dead, so I could... Here, I could show you. By scrolling down, I guess? Be the simplest way to do it. The granularity of the scroll is not high enough. Faster. There you go. Oh, actually there are two different boss decks, aren't there? I'll work out some way to track that, maybe. Alright, we are getting set to go through to the next room. Deathwalker does not need loot for any reason. But the rest of the team does. Nope, when the game gets to 1.0, there are mods that make my life easier. It'd be kind of nice. I wouldn't hate it. I don't know how feasible it is for Blinkblade to never get targeted if I'm playing the mission, having Geminate and Banner Spear spend the next, 4 turns looting. I guess I could just not open the door for a while. There's some pretty low-hanging QIs. What? QI? QA stuff here? Nope. QOL stuff here. There you go. Get there eventually. I've been painting ruined machines for my in-person Frosthaven group, and my brain is breaking. There are 10 of them to paint. They are not very interesting to paint. I'm doing it like production line style. Not sure that that's helping. Oh, I could go invisible and Blinkblade could go invisible and would all just be invisible. It's kind of hype. Not gonna do that, but I could. Just chill in the waiting room while the big bads are fighting. Seems to be the plan, I don't know. Wait a second, Geminate wanted the loot? I guess Banner Spear's picking up all the loot. That's kind of fine. We only really need 3 characters to win this. And Banner Spear needs to stay within 3 of this banner anyway. It's kind of fine. Geminate deck interface is one of the most egregious things in the game. There are a lot of egregious things in the game. I don't know, that's like... Those are fighting words. I think there are a few too many cards, or if I lose them, it actually breaks my ability to Dawn's Harvest. So I might just long rest here. I need to use Eclipse, I need to use Anger of the Dead, and I need to use Shadow Step, so I can't really lose a random card, even with a reroll. Bit too likely that it fails. I can lose Track Down, I think that's okay. So I only have one way to move in swap forms in ranged, and one way in melee. So if I want to switch forms each round with Geminate, I do actually have to go through the door somewhat soon. But not this turn. Unicode 16.0 has a shovel emoji. The cards are the wrong flipping color. Wait, which cards? Compared to the board game? You think it's because they're fans of my Twitch channel? Tell me the truth, Twitch chat. Seems like the obvious and only explanation to me. What are the quests? Like retirement quests? Bannersphere is trying to become a merchant. Need all the metals and all the hides to build items. Blinkblade is trying to loot 5 different herbs, which I've already gotten the rock root, so this deck has 2 rock roots in it. Not very useful. Geminate's trying to get 100 gold, which I'm already pretty close to because I got a Ring of Night item, which I could sell. We going this turn? Oh no. Who was I up to? Oh, Deathwalker's trying to kill 2 guards, 2 crabs, and 2 bolt shooters. We got the 2 guard kills last mission. I guess I can Eclipse and Wave of Anguish this turn, maybe. So I still don't have to open the door. But next turn, I like actually do have to open the door. Blinkblade gonna run out of cards. Agrifine. Thugs want 1 gold each. They just think it looks pretty. I respect that. You know what? Fair enough. Gold does look pretty. Before the stream, I slept for 13 out of the previous 18 hours. Fall has rolled in. Possible I'm going through some allergy stuff. Possible it's just like the sun isn't here anymore, so I'm tired. I don't know. I just like went to sleep and then I woke up and I was like, I didn't sleep for long enough. I should go back to sleep. And I went back to sleep and I woke up and I was like, holy fuck, it's 5 p.m. Anyway, that's what's new with me. Alright, through the door this turn. Blinkblade's trying not to get targeted. It's very hard to, like, guarantee that Blinkblade isn't going to get targeted by something at some point. That's just I mean, you know. There are a lot of things that could target you at some point. I guess Geminate's trying to get hit by literally everything then? Alright. Geminate doing the Lord's work. Go at 36 and move in? Does this end up being a go invisible turn for Blinkblade then? It's kind of a waste of a turn. Sure. Deathwalker is just gonna do the thing Deathwalker can do? I suppose. Let's do it! Your reaction when you take a nap and then it's morning happens to the best of us. You move up into the main chamber to see the two chieftains locked in mortal combat. Combat! What's happening? 73 and 79. Oh. That one has a 1 tag on it. So this is moving and stunning. This is moving and AoE attacking. And they're going slowly enough that it's very hard to imagine how I could make them hit each other. Is that even what I want? I don't know. Oh, I have kinetic transfer. That would do it. Sure. I don't necessarily want Ice Speaker Chieftain to be killing Snow Speaker Chieftain. Also, I've missed with experimental adjustment in so many ways. But I would very much like Snow Speaker Chieftain to be dealing damage to Ice Speaker Chieftain instead of the other way around. Solid -2. Starting with the good modifiers, get those out of the deck first. I could immobilize this as well. It's not going to move right now. He isn't immune to immobilize though. A little bit concerned about layabout, but I think I'll be fine. 27th letter. This game seems like what Civ, XCOM, D&D, and Slay the Spire all converged would produce. Yeah, basically. I got both of the rockets at once. Cool. Zephyr of Spiders. My Zephyr's job, in theory, is to deal with the spiders. I'm not sure that he really does it though. Have I already failed? 1, 2. Wait, how do I swap out of this form actually? I don't have drag down anymore? Hornet Stingers does it, Draining Pincers does it. Those are both my discard. Alright, I want a short rest. Ew. I guess I'm just going to Shadow Step. That's kind of the best damage I can deal. Blinkblade is slow already. I'll move up and Twin Strike late in the turn. Sometimes soonish, Geminate has to start tanking. I am okay with letting this attack one more time, but if it crits, that is awkward. Fine. I don't hate that card, but fine. And Drag Down's already gone. Whew. Okay. So Draining Pincers will swap forms, and then we'll hit with Reckless Jab, I guess. Ice Speaker Chieftains doing 85. And Snow Speaker Chieftains doing 36. Nothing special. Melee attacks from both of them. Alright, I'll let that happen. So brutal that the long rest doesn't work right for the Geminate form swap. Yeah, it's, you know, a bug. We got our item, a Dangerous Gear. Dangerous Gear was an item I was thinking about recently, actually. I've lost in the same mission twice in a row, I want to say. No, that's not true. But I definitely last time lost on a mission where you're kind of in a small space in melee combat with a bunch of things, and using Dangerous Gear to make a trap on one of your flanks so that you can't get flanked, because enemies won't stand on the trap. Felt like a really useful way to approach that mission. So, nice that I got that. Unfortunately, if Deathwalker walks in, this attacks... Wait, this already won. Okay, we're good. It's immune to poison. Dangerous Gear is a small item, like a potion. I have a spear, right? Oh, the crit! That was my Brittle Myself crit as well. Wait a second. I don't have the Amulet of Life anymore. Thought I had the Amulet of Life. I was like, yeah, I brittled myself, but I'm about to Amulet of Life it to get rid of it. It doesn't matter. And then I realized that I'd already used it. Alright, well, anyway. It's all good. Kind of. It's all good, man. We're at 21 out of 44 on this. Don't crit. I've lost the campaign. Okay. We have to scrap all our imaginings about getting quests done. Unfortunately. And now our job is to stop Ice Speaker Chieftain from ever hitting Snow Speaker Chieftain again. which I can't even necessarily do, because Snowspeaker Chieftain can go at 11. I don't think anybody here can rescue us from that. A Snow Dancer campaign? I mean, maybe. We'll see. Or possibly a Town in Flames. I'm gonna short rest here to get Lingering Rot back to Lingering Rot this. Suddenly I have to deal 78 damage to it. I'm gonna short rest here to get Kinetic Strike back to push this away. And it can hang out with Banner Spear, I guess. Guess that's the play. Hooray, a Town in Flames. Yeah. Man, that card's so, like, potentially good. Potentially good. One of my favorite things. I was trying to get Lingering Rot back so I could poison this. I'll reroll. That's fine. I go at 14, I guess, to minimize the chance that Ice Speaker decides to attack Snow Speaker. But somehow it's still not guaranteed. We want a kinetic transfer. We want to do that as quickly as possible as well. And here we can go tip of the spear, and probably Javelin is in range with a bow. Nice, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, Javelin to that. 21. 14 and 17, holy shit. Okay. So I'm going to fail Slowpoke, I think. Wait, I clicked the wrong one with Blink Blade. Hold on, undo. Undo. That was just me clicking the wrong one. Blink Blade definitely has to go before the enemy here. 17. There you go. You were doing this and this. You were doing this and this. So yeah, like I was saying, I think I'm failing Slowpoke. Because if I move to here, this will move and hit Geminate as well, which I don't think I want. Whereas if I move here, it's just attacking Deathwalker, which is also not a thing I love, but like a little bit less bad. Ah, yes, thank you. Oh, fuck. Well, this has gotten wild. I'm dead, right? You'll come here. I'm immobilized. Let me go back to Deathwalker's turn and see if there's a way around this. So it is making 2 attacks. It's going to hit Blink Blade and Deathwalker or Ice Speaker Chieftain. Won't move. This is moving 5 and then making attacks at 3 targets. This actually is rescuable. The way to do it is to move to here. Alright. I'm okay with pressing undo there. There's no like new information, I just didn't read what was happening. It's fine. It's kind of scuffed though, not gonna lie. Not feeling great about it. Dane Red, thanks for the 62 months. Got nothing. I have been pushed. So now it makes a melee attack, it has to target Deathwalker, and it can't get to Snowspeaker. Sure, I guess I'll lose a card. That's fine. Oh, fascinating. I had to use Tip of the Sphere, I guess. Well, my Javelin's a lot worse. Wait, it only hit for 15. I would have been fine. This wouldn't have even died. Never allowed to perform a basic action? I mean, good luck. Alright, got the crit out of my deck. Unfortunately it reshuffles, but I guess I put the... I got the crit miss out of my deck, by which I mean I put the critical hit and brittle myself back into the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get to here. And use at all costs, maybe? Or I could regroup to put the banner into the room. I could combined effort to move the banner here and then move the banner around here. Deathwalker has bottom half Fluid Knight, which gives us a free tank. We use Hornet Stingers to get poison on it. Linkblade is unfortunately slow this turn. So I can use Cascading Reaction to come around here. On the other side of it for next turn. Seems fine. ARD! Shit's going down right now. Yeah, Speaker Chieftains just shielding itself again. Cool, you're really fun, Ice Speaker Chieftain. Yeah. And then Snowspeaker Chieftain went at 52 with Twin Bolts. Okay, I think I can do something with this actually. Like Geminate can Hornet Stingers. This is not immune to poison. That's the one thing about trying to kill this one that's a little bit easier. And then if I move here, we're back to it at least only being able to attack Deathwalker, which, like, doesn't bring joy, not exactly, but... Yeah, okay. Good stuff. not 100% sure what the plan is when Deathwalker exhausts. That is fine. Healing the Brittle off was kind of a big deal there. Alright. Blinkblade has a good turn for the first time in a very long time, hopefully. I might long rest here. Kind of short rest feels dubious. I guess Blinkblade can take over the standing on this tile and tanking. I still have switched forms every round. Oh, I kind of want to go slower than it, though. I should give up on switching forms every round, right? I want the Snow Speaker to attack it, not me. If I go 18, I guess I could move here, maybe? I don't know if I play a move card, though. Or I can try to go at 60 and just be slower than it, but that's not guaranteed. The bosses have very variable initiative. I guess if this is using its AoE attack, if it targets Gemini, it kills the banner as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. To regroup or something. Okay. The Ice Speaker Chieftain is attacking 2 targets at a 3 range. This is going to push it to first. So it'll be over here, it'll move, and then it will attack 2 targets at 3 range. It's just going to attack these 2, though. Shit's going down right now. You ran some simulations for 2d6 dice versus a deck of cards with 2d6 outcomes, reshuffling every 18 draws for... Whoa, my god. For longer sequences of draws, 100 plus, the reshuffle card mechanism actually has the lowest sample mean variance while still feeling exciting wild. Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. I do appreciate that that attack happened. This one was kind of mean. So as it stands, this wants to attack Blinkblade and Deathwalker, which I suppose is probably what I want. I mean, I don't want it to attack Snow Speaker, that's for sure. All the crit! Alright, Blinkblade has arrived. Wow. Oh, well, I regret being excited. Sure. I have Shadow Step left? How do I get back to attack again? I don't know. Kind of have no cards left. We're gonna put Geminate here. Get in between Snow Speaker and Ice Speaker. Ooh, a trap. Placing that trap at some point may be a thing. So how do I move back to attack it again? Oh, I can use Anger of the Dead from here, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anger of the Dead, each shadow removed gives +1 range. I can, actually. Okay, so we don't have a lot of cards left, but we do have a nice Anger of the Dead. The problem is I do have to deal all 38 damage to this, probably. It's going to be hard to let Snowspeaker attack it again. Maybe there's a way to do it. If I put Snowspeaker over there and my people were here, maybe, then Snowspeaker would attack it. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to, though. Sure? Sure. There's kinetic transfer. I could push it to there? Bring Geminate here, bring Banner Sphere this way. But also just cascading reaction. Then maybe kinetic transfer next turn when I'm fast. Javelin regroup. Ooh. This is spicy. Both going at 85. Move and stun, move into AoE. So Blinkblade's getting stunned, I think. I'm sorry. There are only 4 shadows? Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means I don't have range. Toward the sun. Thank you. Town Neutrino, thanks for the 66 months. Appreciate it. Unless I go here, then I would have range. I still haven't broken Slowpoke though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to break Slowpoke? Like, really? I don't know. I thought I had 5 shadows, but obviously I teleported to 1, so I don't. I might just give you a Deathwalker here to attack. Be distracting. You want to break the rules and play 4 times the same class run on Tabletop Simulator. Which starter class do we think would work best here? Thinking. Not Bone Shaper. Confident, not Bone Shaper. You know Drifter might be really good. It wouldn't surprise me if Drifter was really good. I think the stuff that has summons, if you're playing a 4-player party, might be a little iffy. Blinkblade seems really good. This move 3. Did I break Slowpoke? I came from like here, right? 1, 2, 3. Undo. Undo. Click the same buttons again. I could see Drifter working really well. I feel like Banner Sphere probably has something broken that happens. I'm not sure what it is. Bone Shaper feels like it would be bad to me, but I'm not sure, I guess. I could definitely see Geminate being incredible there. Deathwalkers share shadows. I guess the rules don't really have the answer to this question, do they? No! Crit miss. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say probably not very good at the moment. +2 seems better. Okay, 20 health left. Am running a little low on the old cards. The old cards, as they say. Combined effort. Tip of the spear, I guess? Go here. Deathwalker has to distract this from the banner for Banner Spear's Mastery quest. This is optimistic. But sometimes it's good to be optimistic, maybe? Geminate, of course, still has 17 cards left because, you know, Geminate. I did fail everything. This doesn't matter, we're stunned. You will say, playing with the suggested Gloomhaven items in the starter pool really changes the early game, Warhammer in particular. Why do you get to reliably fast stun 2 people with Tip of the Spear? That's messed up. It does sound okay. This walks up, hits it, Banner Spear walks up, moves you there, hits it. It kills Blinkblade. That might... Wait, did they both go 85 last turn? I think they both reshuffled. That might kill my banner, unfortunately. This also appears to kill the Blinkblade. This kills the Blinkblade. Guess if the banner's dead anyway, Deathwalker can do something else. Does a video game not let you do masteries in Town of Flames? It does not, no. Which, yeah, I don't think is correct, but I don't know. It is what it is. I guess another option could be give up Tip of the Spear this turn to keep the banner alive. Does have line of sight? I need another 16 damage. People are about to start dying. Scenario should let you heal the bosses. I do believe quite strongly that the game should consider Team Yellow to be your allies for all of these missions. Alright, if we move you to here now, and move you to there. Huh. Sure. I'm stunned. And presumably now Geminate is stunned. Gemini is a good person. Person? I don't know about that. Gemini is a good character to be taking the hits on here. Might as well long rest. I'm gonna probably lose another card to getting attacked anyway. Short rest here and go fast. YouTube had put you in restricted mode for some reason. You missed a week of my YouTube videos. Now you have a lot of catch up to do. Yeah, that's been a thing. There's been drama about that on the internet. People are not pleased that YouTube randomly like decided to swap people into restricted mode out of nowhere. I do want to be able to go before the 17 initiative special one that gives it shield, I guess. Maybe I do power leak. I don't know. It feels like kinetic transfer is good. It's standing on the chest. Alright. Chance that I kill it this turn. If it cooperates. If it goes for the early shield, not so much. It did not go for the early shield. Banner Spirit's not getting the loot though. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, I think I won. Maybe this is the campaign where I win a mission with Snowspeaker for the first time. Who knew that was a thing you could do? Oh no. Hold on. That would leave me choosing between the chest or the loot. Lose 1 loot? I already got the random item. The loot's not that useful on Blinkblade anyway. Oh, it's just the corpse cap. Oh shit. Neatly done. Thank you. Yeah, a little bit scary. But we managed to rescue it okay. That's not the character that I want. So that's kind of interesting. I have, like, fairly established strategies built around the Frozen Fist. Maybe only one. They do exist. Deathwalker tried their best. Love to see it. Geminate got the, you know, mission experience. Love to see that as well. Well done, everybody. Everyone's trying. Heart of Ice. Manosphere, Deathwalker, Geminate, Blinkblade. See how we ended up doing on these goals. You know, that's really not bad. So Banisphere succeeded Layabout, Deathwalker succeeded Slowpoke, Geminate failed Specialist, Blinkblade succeeded Pedestrian. That's actually 5 perk marks, plus the Mastery on Banisphere I got. Maybe I change the shading of the cell instead. Or as well. Ooh. It would have to be green though. I'd do like a darker green to show that I also got a mastery. Notes. Crit meant we went for Snowspeaker instead. How does that compare to previous campaigns? 548, 458, 6411. Okay, let's stop looking. That just makes me feel bad. Never mind. I'd rather not know. All right. Kind of sad given I had a decent shot at 3 masteries. I think I had a decent shot at 4 masteries. But yeah, you gotta not lose instead of losing. 58 damage done. Good job, Blinkblade. There was a crit in there if I remember right. Got 9 loot total. Is that normal? I guess that's somewhat normal. Most you can get is 10, yeah. Got the item though. I have to go back to town and do this stuff. It's been such a long time since I was in town. 2 missions in a row. I haven't been in town since last stream. Oh. New dialogue, maybe? The Ice Speaker Chief. His body immense and heavy finally crashes into the ground. His frozen fists shatter like glass. For a moment there is silence. You've helped us reclaim what is rightfully ours, a voice says. It's the Snow Speaker Chief, her brow bleeding. Now you must tell me why you did it. Seeing no alternative, you opt for honesty. You say that you've come here in response to the Ice Speaker attack on Frosthaven on a mission to secure the town's safety. You'd hoped that by helping the Snow Speakers, you'd be able to broker some sort of alliance, or at least a truce. You're not sure how sincere this all sounds with so much blood covering your clothes, but you do your best to put on a straight face. We have no quarrel with the human town, the Snow Speaker Chief says. In return for your aid, for now, you will have no trouble from our tribe. Yet we cannot predict what the Ice Speakers will do. If you wish for safety, help us do away with these blasphemers once and for all. Before we came here, we spotted a group of Ice Speakers north of the Whitefire Wood. What they're doing there, we do not know. But they will launch a counterattack if we do not intervene. I charge you then. Kill those who wish us harm, and we will see about this peace. Being peaceful within your grasp, you agree to the terms. Chief Landpearl! One of the snow speakers yells from the restless crowd. We do not need these soft, tiny creatures to dispute the ice speakers. Guryu is on our side! The chief wordlessly raises her chin. A menacing blue light grows around the tips of her fingers, and the grumbles stop. She considers you again and comes to another decision. These warriors are here by the will of Guryu. It would be foolish not to use their aid. But one of our champions will aid them in this fight, as any good alliance requires both sides to be tested. Cool. Seeing no alternative, you opt for honesty. I was going to kill you, but the other guy got a crit. Yeah, well... I don't know if I've ever played Frozen Crypt. Wild stuff. We got a death-proof charm? Who wants a death-proof charm? You have telescope. You have telescope. You have the other thing. I guess it's for you? Yeah, I didn't build my, the thing that removes a -1 from your modifier deck. I didn't build that yet, so we can give it to Deathwalker, I guess. Can Banner Spear retire? I don't think it would be correct to anyway. That would cost 3 metal, 3 hides, 4 metal. 3 more hides. It looks like the answer is no. Cool. Not super surprising. Can Geminate retire? Where do you see how much things sell for? Oh, that sells for 25? Yo, 14, 18, 43 gold there in items. So we're at 79 gold total. Each of these sells for 2, kind of. So I'm at 87 gold out of 100. One more mission, perhaps. The other guy was kicking your ass so much that he wouldn't want to partner with you. They're releasing a Satha class. Really? That is cool. Oh. The Snow Dancer. I got 10 gifted subs from Claude. So this will be Claude, the Snow Dancer. I already have so many people who are trying to pick up loot. I think we just go build, not destroy. Which does mean the Snow Dancer doesn't ever have to come on a mission. Maybe we'll have 2 Claudes. I think I like weighted net on Snow Dancer in theory, but I've literally played this character on 1 mission and I lost it. So I lost it in the first room. So who knows for sure. Your retirement is 150 experience. So it's going to be a Bone Shaper campaign. Your retirement is... Oh, just stand in town until you retire? Okay. So we don't have to bring Deathwalker. Wait, Deathwalker didn't level? Didn't get close to leveling. Maybe I do have to bring Deathwalker. I do kind of need level 2 Deathwalker for the crabs, I think. Maybe I don't have to bring Blinkblade. We're doing Crystal Trench next. Crystal Trench is a pretty easy mission. It is 3 different herbs that I don't have yet. I need to get Deathwalker to level 2, though. I don't have to bring Bone Shaper, I guess. Oh, we have the chance to lose the campaign by going for the wolf farming again. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go for lose the campaign by going for wolf farming again. Gotta run to the bathroom, I'll be right back. Twitch chat, YouTube chat. How's it going? How are we all on this beautiful Weekend. I believe it is currently the weekend everywhere in the world. How cool is that? Wait, is that true? I guess not, actually. I guess I was assuming that everywhere in the world was on like the same 7-day week, which is just not even close to true. And then there are also individuals. Individuals work on the weekend and stuff. I have no idea. No idea how any of this works. It's also, yeah, not even close to being the weekend everywhere, huh? I thought it was Saturday night. That thing I said earlier about sleeping for 13 hours. Well, look, I'm having a real one. Let's go for technique on Banner Spear, I think. I have 3 perks. Wow. Wow. Okay. What if I tried out Iron Will? Since I have 2 perks at once, we could take Iron Will. And I feel like this mission we're about to go to is pretty good for Iron Will specifically. New cards, I just always go Meat Grinder. That's not changing right now. And for killing the imps, etc., we do want Deflecting Maneuver. I don't think we need Unbreakable Wall. Okay, so Banner Spear is going to come to pick up loot, right? I don't know. I think I'm dropping Geminate for Bone Shaper and running like that. That looks so incredibly capable of just instantly losing. I might need Blink Blade to actually kill things. My thinking was, if I'm going to be spending a really long time at the end of the mission just farming loot, Bone Shaper can summons indefinitely, pretty much. Get a bunch of experience toward their retirement quest. And then I definitely want Deathwalker to come on the mission. I definitely want one person who wants to pick up loot, and out of the 2, Banner Spear seems like the stronger character right now. And then we're bringing Snow Dancer? What is even your name? Snow Speaker, Snow Dancer, Snow whoever you are. Ensure the first ally to suffer damage each round directly before suffering the damage has at least one condition you applied. Wild. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Geminate should be the person who eats loot that I bring, because Geminate can survive for longer in the mission. I feel like Bone Shaper, or sorry, Banner Spear will be able to survive long enough to pick up all the loot, probably. So the question then is, can Deathwalker actually kill stuff in the first room, I think? Because our people who kill stuff in the first room, I'm gonna have to look at Snow Speaker's cards for like the second time in my life. I just feel like you don't deal any damage. Okay, this card's good. I wonder if we could do Bone Shaper's Mastery with the Wraith on turn 1. If we team up Bone Shaper and Snow Speaker. It's a melee attack though, yeah. I think so. So many of these cards are just like Javelin, but it deals 1 less damage and does something else that's confusing. We really like having air channeled. We really like having frost channeled. What if I did Gathering Force? So I could always have air or frost? And then I did Blinding Vortex the next turn and just murdered everything. Deal 4 to that template. That does consume 2 cards. Do you have cards which just channel Frost? You could use that to channel Frost. What if turn 1 I channel Frost with this and turn 2 I Blinding Vortex? And I can have Sun on it as well. And if stuff's going okay, I can save it and use it in the second room. Okay, Blinding Vortex seems like a big card here. Maybe saving it for the second room is actually sensible, since the wolves will be running at us. Is Gathering Force or not and? Interesting. I interpret that as or. I think it's definitely or here. But I'm not actually certain. Is this card the only card I have that channels Frost for me? Snowball. Eh. Okay, so I can channel a little bit of Frost. And I can channel air. Control all targets of the attack ability, move 1. Oh. Bottom half of this card's good. Move 3 and heal someone. I feel like I remember the bottom half of this character's cards seeming really good. I don't know if I'm making a Snow Fox or not. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm playing the game wrong at your table, if so, perhaps because a power gamer is playing the class and is only present sometimes. Can Bone Shaper kill 5 imps in the first room? Alone? I like our chances. Exploding Corpse? Seems like it would do it. I think we do want Exploding Corpse on this mission. Okay. We got Bone Shaper with a lot of healing. We've got a Deathwalker who's really just here because I need a bit more experience. You should use Forceful Spirits, I think. Oh, another chance to do the Mastery here, I guess? Yeah, if we get to the end healthy, we'll be able to do it. But, like, can we get to the end healthy? Questionable. We looked at you already. No, we looked at you. Okay. I think the team's set, other than Banner Sphere could maybe buy some more equipment. You are missing armor. Unfortunately, if I buy armor, I add a -1 card to my deck. That's okay. I could swap my crude bow for something else. Hey, inorganic. I'm doing pretty well. We need Geminate back, because Geminate's in charge of... Geminate's in charge of funding all of the building projects here, pretty much. Banner Spear spends the gold, and Geminate spends the material resources. I'll start the mining camp, but not complete it, I guess. Or should I... And complete either way. Okay, I'm excited about this. We'll see how it goes. If it goes perfectly, what we get out of it is Banner Spear gets a ton of loot. You know what I didn't look at yet is what's in the loot deck. Ton of lumber and hides. I don't do much with the lumber, but the hides are good. I'm not bringing Geminate over Banners here. Am I? Really feels like Banner Spear and Snow Dancer want to be together because they share elements. Share element? Share elements. Elements plural, yeah. Okay. We'll get some hides. The lumber probably won't do much. It's kind of weird to put a bunch of gold on Banner Spear because we're just retiring. But I guess I can spend it on starting buildings. I'm excited to see how this goes. Last time I died in the first room when I did this, pretty much. Maybe I won't this time.
You round a rocky outcropping and find a lavishly dressed Savas staring you down, anger in its eyes.
You're late.
You stammer a non-committal half-response, but it's quickly cut off.
I don't remember what this does.
It's worth more than all those pelts you're wearing.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it before.
And get to work serving your betters.
I think if we do this one, we'd just get money, which I don't need, because Geminate's not here.
Out of your tip.
A dozen Savas are seated on stone benches around an outdoor table meticulously carved from a single slab of granite. Each Savas is wearing elaborate clothing studded with metals and fine silks that really do put your own clothes to shame. The scene is set for a magnificent feast, and a nearby serving area has gorgeous platters heaped high with the most perfect cuts of rocks.
Little cat?
Get on with it. We're hungry.
Ooh, there's a new update for tabletop simulators, Frosthaven. That's exciting. This is a road event. Would we like to teach the Savas a lesson? I can gain 15 gold, or I can gain a morale and 10 gold. Okay, let's get the morale.
You dig.
Banner Spear definitely doesn't need it, but like all of these characters feel like they could use it. Especially since I'm not picking up loot with them. Yeah. Wait. Let's go like this, because Bone Shaper is likely to get loot at the end. Bone Shaper has a lot of cards, so it might be around longer than Banner Spear. Five or more monsters? Probably not. Never use a potion. I didn't make potions. It's fine. It actually is fine because it auto-saves when I start the mining camp, so I have basically nothing to redo. For potions, I have Arrowvine, Snow Thistle, which I think is Stamina Potion. Yeah, I have some of these memorized now. Arrowvine, Rockroot is Healing Potion. I might just make 2 Stamina Potions, though. Stamina Potions are kind of legit. Oh, except Blinkblade wants a Stamina Potion, and Blinkblade's not here. I'm just gonna make 1 Stamina Potion for you. And we just won't have any other potions, because I want to make sure 100% that I can make a Stamina Potion for Blinkblade next week. Which means I need to leave these 2, and I'm not going to make double Rockroot. That doesn't help me. Okay, so we're kind of light on potions. I think I get the same event still.
You round a rocky outcropping and find...
Okay. And all of this is the same too. Banisher doesn't have a potion, so we can do Prohibitionist. Perform no attack abilities in first 3 rounds. Maybe? This is not contributing positively to the don't die in the first room strategy, but maybe. I can summon 3 times. That seems kind of fine. Like, I'm Bone Shaper, right? Never exit a hex adjacent to an enemy except through forced movement. Yeah. Honestly, Gambler and Recluse are both kind of hard to do anyway, so Duelist might happen. So 3 or fewer enemies, take only long rests during the quest, perform an ability targeting an ally before your first rest and in between each of your rests. That's likely to happen with, like, we heal people a bunch. I think we'll go for that. Just make 100% that I have the cards that I want. I guess I don't really know if I have the cards I want on that character. It's my 2nd time playing it. I don't want Strength of Divas? Question mark? I guess maybe I don't. Floating Corpse is good. We could go Malicious Conversion for the first room. But how? How is kind of the question. Alright, let's give it a go. We are being chased by wolves through an alley. I didn't write down the loot deck. I remember 6 gold. I remember 5 lumber, 5 hide, 1 arrowvine, 1 snow thistle, 1 something else, and 1 something else. Random item? Maybe there's a random item. I don't think there is, though. Okay. An important thing I have learned about turn 1 of this mission without being able to choose ambiguities in enemy movement is we want our lowest initiative character to be here. So we want to set up like this because the polar bear can move 4. We don't want it to hit us. We want our lowest initiative character to be here so that, like, this one, when it's deciding where to go, it can go here, sure, but then it has to go this way. And an elite snow imps all move 3, so we want this to go here, this to go here, this to go... Interesting. I guess we'll go there with 3 move. Or maybe just here. Anyway, we want them to line up. 1, 2, 1, 2. We want them to line up so that I can hit them with an incendiary throw toward the end of the turn. So we got 67 with tip of the spear and incendiary throw. And hopefully set some things on fire. Who actually has the lowest initiative? Probably Banner Spear. Like, in general, we want to be going pretty slow here. 1, 2, 3. I need to create a hazardous terrain in here. If I make air and frost, then next turn I have pretty damn good blinding vortex. Maybe we just wipe them turn 2 with blinding vortex, and then I'm like convinced that this is the best character in the game and bring it on every mission for the rest of time. Win the campaign easily, get medals like in that ceremony at the end of Star Wars A New Hope. I had to like scan my brain for a while. There are so many Star Wars. I do not have anyone else making dark for me, so I kind of have to make my own. Is a decent eclipse? Probably a decent eclipse. So we can poison the polar bear and put some shadows down for the imps. Toward the end of the turn, maybe. No, I want Eclipse for the second room. I've changed my mind. We want to take this room a little bit slower. I'll just go call to do business up. We want to take this room a little bit slower so we can be like ready to go here and then open the door, because when we open this door, reinforcements start spawning behind us. Here's 20 bits, buy yourself a Star Wars. Thanks, Invisibor. Is that an Arrested Development joke? Okay. I'm gonna make a Wraith summon. Play a summon action on your first turn, have the summon kill at least 6 enemies and keep it alive for the entire quest. Keeping it alive might be hard. We'll see. I'll give it a go. The snobs are healing, which is very good for me. Does mean that heal is out of their deck now. Polar bears using calculated strike. Alright. Do your thing. I mean... that's pretty good. With advantage. I actually want to cry right now. Good lord. Okay. Am I dead? That's a lot worse than if it worked. Wow. Hopefully I'm not literally dead. Sorry, who can I strengthen? Somebody within range of this. Oh, I see. So now you do Blinding Vortex? That sure does hit 4 enemies. Is 31 fast enough? Polar Bear can easily go faster than us. That's kind of fine. Go driving inspiration as well. Maybe a Charles reinforcement. Perhaps. I will use Eclipse. But I like can't get through the next door. It's Wendy's 4 for 4. Is that a Wendy's fast food joke? We got some bangers going on right now. Bone Shaper's on 6 health. Worth noting. I guess I just want to go as fast as possible, even if I'm not going to use Cold Therapy bottom half. Like, nothing else seems like it would be better. So we're going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't see a way to hit more. There are 2 regular snow imps who are chilling. But everyone else is having a bad time. I do feel a little bit like Deathwalker should not be doing this. But I'm not sure what Deathwalker should be doing. Maybe just like Shadow Step. I gotta kill some stuff. Forceful Spirits? I do have Dark channeled. Okay, maybe Forceful Spirits can do something. The reason I wanted to go at 14 was to get out of the way so that I can summon Charles Reinforcement here at 18. With Banner Spear, who is also using Driving Inspiration. We'll just go at 32. It's kind of fine. The bear can hit me. Maybe. I don't love it, but... Oh, no. I need to go at 18 for Driving Inspiration. I forgot. I need to channel the light. I forgot that the element mattered. We'll see how it goes. 13 for the polar bear. Their fastest possible attack. That's too bad. 37 for the snow imps. Nothing special from them. Alright, well, Bannister is getting hit. I wonder if the reason that I didn't get the thing was that I drew my -1 from my chain armor. Wait, what? I'm sorry. I definitely explained exactly why I needed to be going at 14 initiative, and then I didn't end up clicking on the card, I guess. Okay. Oh shit, now Deathwalker gets hit instead. Yeah, I guess so. I could use shoes. Charles Reinforcement's just getting killed by this snow imp, I think. You played this mission for the first time in person, you just learned that a -1 is shuffled into all character decks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, maybe that contributed too. Look, I think the polar bear will die eventually, but maybe we don't need to be killing it with Deathwalker right now. It's a good hit. With advantage! Hit for 1! Huge stuff. Hey, this is the entire thing. We'll consume everything. Holy shit. You know? It wasn't bad, it wasn't bad. The average lifespan of a polar bear is only 20 to 30 years, so I can just chill. Well, that is good to know. I think I will tank this to keep Charles Reinforcement alive. We want Charles Reinforcement to get hit by something a little bit more damaging, yeah. 1 Snow Thistle gone from the deck. Oh! I definitely thought one of them would have hit Bone Shaper. It's fine. This is what happens when you try to play a character for the first time, I guess. Okay. Banner Spear can do some javelin sorts of things, maybe? I want Bone Shaper to go early this turn, so that my Wraith can finish killing this. And also this skeleton can kill this, I guess. So it looks like we have 2 regular-ish snow imps who are still alive. And the polar bear who is disarmed. Seems like a pretty good turn. The average lifespan of a Frosthaven adventure is 4 to 6 weeks. You're not sure Jorbs can wait. I've already failed Duelist. That's, like, fine. That's like fine. Alright, what do you do now? You've done the one thing that I know how to do with you. Is that push or pull? What about that one? That's also the same? Bottom half heals. Top half moves and attacks, maybe? Oh, if we're using Javelin, I could use Spirit's Call. Okay, I'm kind of into that. Bottom half heal. And we've effectively thrown 2 Javelins in the same turn. One of them curses, though. This all seems vaguely fine. Do you have a ranged attack? I've created a traffic jam for myself by putting a hazardous terrain tech tile right there. Polar bear is hibernating. Fucking hell. Snow Umps are using perhaps their most threatening card. Dark Charm. Good? Oh, redraw terrifies me. Aww. Just move here and give you that. Fascinating. So I have to give this Wraith a move to move it to there? And then I can curse this and give the Wraith an attack on it? Sigh. Audible saying the word sigh. Don't hate this. Oh my god, that Stomp's unkillable. It moves like they do. Oh, but why? Saying sigh. The word is now its own type of emotion thingy. Interesting. At least I gave them curses. Oh shit. Alright, cool. Fluid Knight top half seems okay. That probably kills this, and then I can walk forward. It's like an oversight for you not to be more capable of jumping. I think this should be vaguely okay. It's going very early in the turn again. And the Stumps are using Dark Charm for the second time in a row. Cool. Good for them. Interesting. Now what do I do? My entire plan had been to pull... Wait, when it says one character, what does that mean? Does that mean I can pull an ally? This room's gotten weird. It's fine. It is dead to the wound. Oh my god, it can't die. Lisan al-Gai. Still trying to work out what I'm even doing. Take 7. Normal. Necessary. I have a loot card in my party, maybe. One hide is gone. Those are the most valuable for Banisher to pick up, unfortunately. Oh, I channeled Dark with Deathwalkers, so this is going to attack 2 things. Holy shit. What a start. Hey, I didn't die though. Actually, I made it up to opening the door last time, now that I think about it. I guess I'll use this to keep it alive, sure. It's in Portal. I don't know if that pun works. I respect the attempt. Like, I see the hustle. Just not convinced it works. far does this move? 2. So it's out of range. I don't think I have to worry about this loot. We'll get a bunch of loot at the end of the mission. I don't believe Bone Shaper has had to lose a card yet. Feels very weird to use this on a skeleton. But also, I don't know, everybody else is doing fine. In fact, we're about to long rest probably on everybody in the party. Have I targeted an ally with an ability with this character? Would be impossible to say, yeah? A definite maybe. We got Shadow Beast, Wraith, Skeleton ready to go for the next room. Hey, Joel, how are you? Good morning. One more hide gone. Too bad. Let's grab a long rest. Wander up to here. Grab a long rest. And grab a long rest. Anybody worth targeting with this? It just gives me 1 experience, I guess. Bone Shaper's goal is to get 150 experience from cards, so I just have to play that 150 more times, 149 more times. Drop combined effort. There's no way that Incendiary Throw can fail again next stream, right? You're up to year 2 in Frosthaven. Wild? I am not. No spoilers, please. I don't know if this card's good or not. Seems like it does less obvious things that are good for me than the other cards. Alright, so Snowdancer is down to 8 cards. One of which is Frigid Growth to create hazardous terrain. I want to go after Banner Spear. I'm down to walk into this room next turn, but I'm not actually sure how I'm going to with Banner Spear. Maybe I just have to walk over the hazardous terrain, actually. I think I just walk over the hazardous terrain. You can long rest. You can hunt some cards. I guess getting dark ready to go for next turn is good. Yeah, I think Bannister's walking over the hazardous terrain. Which means a healing card would be kind of nice. All right. So far, the hazardous terrain has dealt 3 damage to my party. I think, if I remember right, I also dealt 3 damage to the polar bear. Oh, should I have used my stamina potion already? I'll put a hazardous terrain in the doorway next turn, maybe. I mean, like the turn after next turn, I should have said. Oh. I don't have combined effort. Shit. Oh, look at that stretch! What an idle animation. That was cool. I liked that. I don't know who's opening the door. It kind of seems like it should be Banner's Spear, but also I don't actually have that many cards. Maybe it's Bone Shaper. How do I like the dancing? Well, we didn't die in room 1 so far. So far. Getting a poison on some stuff seems good. I don't think this is the corpse explosion turn. I think that would be next turn. What if I just walk in to the room and incendiary throw some shit? But I should do that later in the turn. To try to get more stuff. So I actually want to go kind of late in the turn, I guess. I have 2 different possible ways to wound everything. I have Incendiary Throw and I have Eclipse plus Anger of the Dead. Oh, having the skeleton move in further could be good. Moving and pushing something could be good. I have Frost. I could just muddle a thing. Just like Javelin, basically. Sure. We're trying to get through the doorway, right? We're trying to get through the doorway. If you have Horn of Command, can you make a summon open the door? I think your characters have to open the doors is the way the rule works. Just when you think you've outrun them, the howling starts again. You glance behind you, see the hounds emerging from the shadows of the forest, shaggy silhouettes coalescing into fur and fang. There are too many to fight. So your only choice is to keep running. Bears aren't moving. The imps are moving to here, here, and here. You know what? It's kind of good for me. How far do you move? 3. You can move 3 or 4. One, 2, 3. Unfortunately, I'm using Lingering Rot here, because the top half of Lingering Rot would be really good next turn. They're all going to get hit by it. Or they would all get hit by it. I have to decide with Bone Shaper. Do I want to go here and summon a skeleton, which lets me get hit once? Oh, actually, if I go here and don't summon a skeleton, this will stand there. This is weird. If I put the skeleton there, it'll come here. If I put the skeleton here, it'll come here, but that one will shoot there. I want it to be here so it's in the splash from Incendiary Throw. I might just not summon a skeleton, in which case it goes here. Because there doesn't give it another hit. Fine. No skeleton. Wait, what? Didn't I press skip? Oh! I just dealt myself 2 damage. I did get 1 experience. Maybe it's worth. I'm confused. Isn't that a bug? That's gotta be a bug. It can't make 2 attacks, so it shouldn't move. Alright, if it's going to attack me anyway, I guess I will make the skeleton. I feel not even slightly bad about undoing to appropriately respond to the game being wrong about what it should do. It seems fine to me. Oh, but now it can attack twice. It's fine. It means we get 1 more curse, but we do also have 1 skeleton, so... It moves if it can attack its focus target. No. It did move to attack Bone Shaper, but then it moved again for no reason. It shouldn't move again if it's not, like, getting another hit out of it. Yes! I love that we have chosen the crit hit there, very important. I want to put a trap right there. Am I? That just means that Deathwalker can't Lingering Rot anymore. Faster we go next turn, 15. It does kind of seem like the trap might be getting more in my way than the enemy's way. I had to nuke some enemies. Oh, but the polar bear will just walk into it, right? Sure. It moved as much as it needed to attack the bone shaper. It moved as much as it needed to attack the bone shaper, and then one more afterwards that it didn't need to do. Move 3 and push. Get out of here for some reason. I'm not really sure why. That Blizzard card that I'm discarding seems like it would be really good right now. Polar bears are immune to immobilize, unfortunately. I have 2 weighted nets on the mission. They're just not doing anything. You kind of wish I understood what I was doing. How do I kill these? It's like a relevant question. I could short rest Deathwalker. I'm gonna short rest Deathwalker, I think. Slight traffic jam. Alright, there's a hound. The hounds have arrived. I don't think this wraith is gonna make it. It's my hunch. Short rest. It's weird, but I just really want this lingering rot. I think it's worth losing a card for. It does leave me kind of low on cards. I guess Sunless Apparition goes on my discard pile. So yeah, I'm a little bit low, but as long as I don't take more damage, I should be fine. And somebody has to kill all the wraiths. Imps, whatever they're called. I think I have a javelin here. Be a regroup. After javelin, I can Spirit's Call. Probably Nature's Breath lets me hop across there at that point. Although I want to stay here so I can make that hazardous. Maybe use crosswinds to pull something into the trap. Oh, when Deathwalker goes, the Shadow Beast goes here and gets a hit. It's fine. I kind of like the Shadow Beast to stay alive, but I guess it's fine. Is an exploding corpse turn? Oh shit! I think it might be. Bottom half exploding corpse, top half. Grant to summon a move and attack. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Aw, the wraith's not gonna know which way to go. Tie break off initiative. I was gonna tie break off the fact that skeleton's in the way, I think. Okay. So the Wraith probably goes and dies. Which I guess is fine. It means we've failed to do Bone Shepherd. But who has ever in their entire life succeeded at Bone Shepherd? Not me. Maybe I don't want Exploding Corpse, because getting the attacks from the skeleton requires me to go late in the turn, actually. I think Digital is finding the hex that it'd like to move to in order to attack twice. Yeah, I also think that is incorrect. I'm, like, pretty confident. I think they should hire me. I could fix her. Or her is the Frosthaven video game. Stomps are doing nothing special. Twice in a row. Is that right? No, they used Dark Charm last turn. Sorry, my bad. The Polar Bears also did something last turn. They did the attack without a move, full force. This time they're doing Calculated Strike. The Hound is doing Calculated Strike as well. The Hound isn't moving very fast, is the important thing there. Get in there, Shadow Beast. Boom. Oh, we have to watch every single one. I guess you actually do have to watch every single one because you can change where your mark is as this happens. I haven't played any of the board game classes that aren't digital, really. This feels like it went pretty well. Long War II Haven coming soon. You joke, but... it does kind of feel as though the trap I set is more in my way than their way. Like I literally can't get through. Fascinating. Should I walk on top of the trap that I placed last turn? It isn't not tempting. Frosthaven's longer than Long War already. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, it did come forward. Ah, because the Polar Bear already came forward. Works for me. I don't think that monster AI was right either. But I guess we'll take it. I don't know. To be fair, I'm restarting mission on every loss. Yeah, but even without that. I'm also playing 4 characters at the same time. That's actually the bigger thing, I think. Use the bottom half of Wrath of the Turned Earth. It's kind of awkward against enemies which wound you, actually. This seems like a top half of at all costs to get Deathwalker off of Death's Door. Deathwalker has to move toward the exit with haste. Where are my skeletons at? There's a skeleton there somehow? Love this for us. What are you even doing there, skeleton? Don't worry about it. You're doing great. Alright. Floodwater. No idea what's happening, but looks cool is a very, very Jorbs stream sort of experience, I think. You play all the strategy games. Heal you. Might as well heal you. Okay. Am I done? I guess I'm done. Weird. Is this gonna attack me? Is it gonna attack 2 targets? Oh. I guess I'll take 2 shield for the turn. This didn't end up being very useful. I am blocking a skeleton, actually. I guess I won't take 2 shield for the turn. Alright, Bone Shaper is gonna clean up here. Frosthaven numbers surprisingly compatible with Long War ballistics numbers. Oh my. Oh no. I don't know where we're going with this, and I'm not sure that I want to. Get the kill, friend. That is actually the kill, because it's wounded. You also got the kill? Nice. I'm at 4 shadows. One lumber, cool. Ouch. We're being chased by wolves. One hide. So rude. Banner Spear wants those, and we've gotten 3 out of the 5 in the deck already. On people other than Banner Spear. Alright, this is the turn for pressing your move a long way button. Have I tried petting the wolves? No. I haven't tried petting the wolves. Have you tried petting the wolves? Bum. Deathwalker gets to here. Bone Cheaper moves 4 to there. Banner Spear moves 4. This all incendiary throw at the end of the turn, probably. It's fine. The hounds are super friendly. I will keep note of this. Thank you for the heads up. Wait, can I stop the damage that way? Oh, I can. And that way I keep the charge of stop any amount of damage. Since I'm already taking 0. Curses never, like, feel great. Oh my god. It's fine. First gold of the mission, nice. I've successfully tricked my skeleton AI into having to walk over hazardous terrain to attack. I believe we are now out of the thing that keeps our summons healthy. One more lumber. We're like a little bit low on cards most places now, but I do think it would be fine for Snow Dancer to open this door. I don't think Deathwalker has to long rest. Actually, if I want to get Anger of the Dead done, I guess it's kind of nice to long rest. How's Pet AI handled? It's just the same as Monster AI, but they're on your team instead of the Monster team. Feels like I'm zooming through the campaign these days. I think I'm getting a bit quicker in playing the missions and stuff, for sure. It's the one I wanted, unfortunately. Hounds are using Calculated Strike. Especially the first few missions, I'm like, okay. I've learned every single way you can possibly lose at this one. Shouldn't be too bad. Unfortunately, polar bears are immune to immobilize. What's he doing? Beastie assault? I just feel like it shouldn't be possible to... Like, surely this is more crit misses than there actually are? Surely. Okay. Well, I'm getting crit misses too. Makes me feel a little bit less unreasonable about it. Seems like a flavor failure bears being immune to immobilize. I think it's fine. Sure, I have a lot of cards for like making my summons better. Check the Hound's PC. The Hounds are playing on PC, huh? The ultimate gaming device. Respect. That was marked? Now I actually have enough shadows. So the way this works is Deathwalker just has to stand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use the bottom half of Fluid Knight. Mark this. And then we need the rest of the party to kill this, losing a shadow. Then later in the turn... Wait, no. It doesn't work. I'll say put the shadow from this... 1, 2, 3, 4... I guess it's fine. The problem is I'm going to teleport forward. That part seems kind of bad. With only 5 cards, maybe we just chill. Maybe we just try not to die or whatever. Snowdancer does seem okay against the wolves. This is, I suppose... Oh, wait, I can just disarm it. Lol. This is a great example of the strength of Snowdancer, this mission. Exactly. I feel like there are plenty of other missions where Snowdancer would be very strong too. Definitely seems like a character who wants a stamina potion. Didn't I crit miss last turn with Banner Spear? Yup. Alright. Cool. Oh no, retaliate. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, hey Siri, play Despacito. Do they still have Siri these days? Probably not, right? Kids these days don't even know about Siri. All they know is... You know, I legitimately don't know anymore. The Skibidi toilet is probably like a meme for kids who are in college now. Does this target an ally? I guess it does. The Siri of Theseus. Sure. Important stuff. Okay, I get to short rest and make another hazardous terrain. Just have to remember that I target an ally every time I short rest. Important. Polar bear is hibernating, and I don't think it matters that much what the wolves do at this point. Because it kind of seems like they're just going to keep running at me and I'll die. Target an ally. Got a kill, please. Why? Why crit miss again? What if they did the XCOM thing but backwards? They made it so on higher difficulty the deck is deliberately weighted against you. It's going well, Paul. This Snowspeaker performance is a lot better than the first time I brought Snowspeaker on a mission. For sure, much better. I guess I might as well just short rest, like, I don't know. Oh. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I should have kept the skeleton for Bone Shaper. 1, 2... I still have 2 skeleton summons. Alright. So now Bone Shaper's thing is just, like, summoning as many times as possible, because I need 150 experience to retire. 150 experience from cards, more specifically, to retire. If I was the polar bear elite, what move would I use the most? Hibernate, I think. I think that's a solid choice, especially leading into winter here. I have removed one shadow this turn. I mean, that was the chance, really. Make it happen. How did my adventure becoming a professional Silksong speedrunner go? I had a lot of fun. I got up to like the 4th boss, I think. It murdered me. Not an unexpected outcome. I seem to have accidentally made the Bone Shaper walk across hazardous terrain. Just gonna escape here. I don't need you anymore, and that completes your quest. The Bell Beast was scary. Bell Beast was a little bit scary. Didn't take too long to beat though. The next one seems honestly harder. Smaller environment. Faster movement. Listen to dogs squeal in pain simulator now begins. Loot delivery sim. Maybe I needed that card. I don't think I can do it. Can I? Teleport to a hex with a shadow. Shoot all 5 shadows. Make a new thing. Teleport to that. I need to also mark something and have it die earlier in the round than me doing all the thing. I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna worry about farming experience either, I think. We got enough, yeah. We'll get 10 from the mission completing. I just need to be level 2, that's fine. Interesting. I do have to heal Bone Shaper somehow. You're gonna pick up all the loot? Well, Bone Shaper can stay the longest, but Banner Spear is the one who actually needs loot for a quest. So... Banner Spear until Banner Spear has to leave, and then Bone Shaper, I guess, is the answer. Well done, skeleton. Dog loot sounds like a euphemism. Yeah, okay, I see it. I do see it. We can make the largest pile of loot that I've ever seen. That's kind of exciting. Get him, Charles! Unlucky? So far, I have 8 loot cards claimed from the deck out of a potential of 20. It's actually kind of risky for Banner Spear to go for it. Like, when I stand here, they can attack me. I don't believe I brought a loot card. Pretty sure hounds can always move. It's like a nice two-player mission, get to exhaust the whole loot deck, but they spawn less often. Probably true. I don't know. I guess you've probably actually played it two-player to be saying that. Great work, skeleton. This should count as killing a summon. IMO. Can Bone Shaper stay longer? Bone Shaper only has 6 cards left. Banner Sphere also has 6 cards left. Oh. Is there a max loot on one tile? Let's find out. We are limit testing the game a little bit here. The rules don't say that there is, to my knowledge. I guess there's a total number of loot pieces or whatever, like little pieces of card that say loot on them that ship with the game. Oh, no, I want to summon the skeleton. What am I doing? Also, I want the loot here, not there. My loot delivery system. I've ruined it. You hope it turns into a big bag? Anything could happen. This is like watching the timer on your phone as it ticks up toward like 99 hours and not knowing what's gonna happen when it ticks over. And then the thing that happens is it says 100 hours. But there was no way to know for sure before then, you see. It's exciting. Ooh, they're using their Immobilize attack this turn, which means they don't have it for next turn. So this would be a good moment for Banner Spear to grab some loot. Although, if I do, we won't get to see how many more of them can fit on a tile. This is truly Y2K, you weren't alive for Y2K. That's probably why you survived. It was a difficult time. For a lot of us. Give me the shit. The juice! The juice, please, sir. Delayed gratification. Need not darken my doorstep. 3 lumber. That's all the lumber from the deck gone. 1 arrow vine. And I think that might be 3 coins. Because I think that was 7 loot total, yeah? I'm trying to click on this character and it just won't let me. Okay, I don't want to know. Joke's on you! Jerk. Can I click on it now? No! Okay. Maybe the middle mouse button broke? We used to think that Will Smith was a rapper. That's how bad it was. Grim days. Did I break the game with too much loot? Oh, there we go. It says 9. I don't know what that means. This is 5 gold. I don't know what that means. I have it written down that I have 5 gold total picked up. I'm excited to find out what the other part of the loot deck that I didn't write down is. Could be anything. He's a monster. We've built a Minecraft mob farm. Yep. Sounds about right. I don't think I want to farm experience on Bannersphere. Bannersphere tends to outlevel the rest of the party. I don't think I'm playing at all costs. I am very deliberately trying to farm experience on Bone Shaper though, because Bone Shaper's quest requires that. Feels like the days of farming Reaper when you had Nilries, except you get even more stuff. It's more like getting feed or something. You can get feed 20 times this mission. If you're patient enough and don't mind that the game's graphics engine cannot animate the game it's animating very well. What counts as killing your summon for the mastery quest? Corpse explosion, for example. There's corpse explosion. Exploding corpse. Sacrifice one of your summons. That would do it. There's also, for your modifier deck, there are cards which say you can sacrifice the summon making the attack to make it deal extra damage. Okay, they've used their immobilize card again. Should we sneak in? Get a cheeky 3 loot bags? I guess I will. I suppose I might. Do I die now? They don't have an attack that's faster than 19 next turn with Gripping Teeth out of their deck, so I guess I'm fine. An Axe Nut and 2 hides. Finally. Yeah, there should be 1 gold and 1 other thing in the deck now, unless maybe this is only a 19 card loot deck. I think sometimes there are fewer cards in the loot deck for some reason. I don't know why. This actually kind of is like a very, very slow Minecraft mob farmer, isn't it? Convenient of the skeleton to charge onto the spikes so I don't have to dismiss it manually, isn't it though? I've gotten all the hide and lumber, so I don't need Banner Spear anymore. That's all the stuff that Banner Spear wanted. Bone Shaper can get the rest of the loot. Alright, next turn I want to make a skeleton and use the bottom half of... Oh no, did I lose the card? Where'd it go? Oh, there. Okay. Use the bottom half of Eternal Torment. Hey Giova, how are you? You can leave. They have been using Ripping Teeth quite a lot. Kind of a terrifying card. My experience with Uber loots, it's been okay. No major complaints. Although if anything ever asks me for a survey response on the internet, I like swear it and throw my phone out the window. This shouldn't actually give me 3 loot. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that is only a 19 loot deck. Maybe they worked out that people could farm the loot and decided that giving them 20 loot was too strong. I am going to try to get all the experience. I need 150. I don't even like Bone Shaper very much. So if I could get, you know, a good chunk of that on a mission like this. You're saying 19 in the scenario book? Yeah, that's vaguely what I remember. I remember, like, remarking on it when I saw it and being like, wait, it's not always 20? I wonder if there used to be a random item on the mission and then at some point they decided that the random items were getting given out a little bit too much early on or something like that. I don't know. Crab says 18? What? Okay, it turns out that they just want me to suffer, personally. Crabs only has 13 enemies though. So maybe that's like we want to increase the chance that the player gets the random item kind of thing. I don't actually remember if that mission has a random item, but yeah, I suppose the size of the loot deck in that sort of situation is contributing to how likely you are to get the cool thing versus missing it. Meowbless! Shall I call that a campaign loss? I didn't understand why that had happened at first, and then I realized. I'm not sure that that should have happened like it did, but okay. It killed my character because I didn't have 2 cards in my discard pile and I didn't have 2 cards in my hand, so I couldn't rest or make a play. But I actually could have rested. I could have discarded my skeleton to allow myself to rest, as far as I know. But yeah. On account of how the game works, it didn't let me do that. Does that count as a bug to be reported? I mean, compared to some of the bugs, I think it's fine. Eventually, somebody will or will not fix that. Am I supposed to escape even if I skip? Like, skip movement? No. And I didn't escape. I exhausted because I didn't have 2 cards in my discard pile. Well, this was fun. I do feel like I could have, like, hired an intern to play the mission for me after I got the hazardous terrain down. Hopefully that never happens again. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with the Blink Blade card templating. That is kinda wild. Because somebody had to, like, make the choice to do that, right? How did they make the choice to do that? Like, surely there was some process which went into the choice, right? Why was there no point in that process where they were like, this makes a lot of the cards unplayable? Like, for the player. Like, the player doesn't understand what they do. We got to 29 out of 45 in one mission. Good start, good start. I have a real affinity for games with bad cameras which encourage stalling infinitely. I don't know what's wrong with me. Manosphere, Deathwalker, Bone Shaper, and who is this? Snow Dancer? Snow Dancer's first mission on this sheet? I think it is. Should we color code all the character names? I think we should. I think, actually, this is kind of important. Format. Conditional formatting. Add another rule. If text is exactly Bannersphere, we have to decide the colors of all the characters now. Bannersphere seems yellow. That's obvious. Maybe a slightly brighter yellow, though. Okay. Who else? If it's Drifter, Drifter's brown, obviously. Is there brown here? Is that brown? That might be brown. That's kind of gross, though. Maybe this brown. That one looks better. Deathwalker? Deathwalker is obviously... We won't go all the way. We'll go like a very dark gray. And then text color is white, sure. Geminate is purple. Clearly. Self-evident. I want all of the text to be white. I don't know. Blink Blade. I don't have drop-down menus for the classes. Blink Blade's like a teal, I think. It has to be text contains because I'm also doing like a Blink Blade 2, etc. After people retire. I didn't realize that. Bone Shaper is like sickening green. That's as sickening as I've got, I think. Frozen Fist is a deeper blue than Blink Blade. Like that one, maybe? Actually, maybe Frozen Fist's like a real dark blue with white text. That works for me. Is that everybody? Oh, Snow Dancer. What's Snow Dancer? Snow Dancer is like also blue, but everything's blue. This is a problem. Snowdancer could be like a very light gray, maybe. I could see that. Alright, I think we're done. Well, honestly, almost as exciting as the mission. What all happened? We failed Duelist. But we succeeded at Prohibitionist, Prepper, and Promoter. What other color could Blinkblade be? Realistically, it's 4 perks total. Farming with Snowdancer. Now this is... The conditional formatting should probably not extend to the Notes tab. That's fine. Notes column. Is it time for Crab Rave? And if it is time for Crab Rave, how do I Crab Rave? Blinkblade be more orange. Blinkblade could be blue with orange text. That would be kind of hype. Yo! Highest damage dealt. I think that's off like 1 attack. Like, probably 60% of that was on turn 2 of the mission. It's clearly not counting the hazardous terrain. Got 17 ability experience, so that was over 1/10 of what we need to retire. Yeah, if we counted the hazardous terrain, it would be an obscene number. The pack is far behind you now. Love to see it. 2 wood, 2 hides. Alright. I can't imagine you needing more wood than that. I'll give you a wood. How am I feeling about Snowdancer compared to Frozen Fist after that? It seemed like a good mission for Snowdancer.
Uncharacteristically lively for the town of Frosthaven.
Ooh, I don't know what this
Large carts
is.
of resources have just trundled in from a successful expedition. The crops have started to show, and even the populace has exchanged their upset grimaces for more welcoming grimaces. It could not be a more perfect day. Several citizens have cornered Sather in the town square.
It's
One
just
speaks up.
different
We've stocked
events.
away and the
I'll
harvest
go
is
for
complete.
summertime holiday instead of a
It's
winter
not
time holiday,
fun.
because I have never survived until winter anyway. You have to replay that mission if you also want Frozen Fist. I think you can probably get the other one by going through the entire questline, but I don't know. I've never done it. I've never successfully achieved that. Don't spoil for me, please. Can you leave? I need 3 metal to finish my head items. 3 hides finish my body items. 3 more hides finish my shoes. So I'm out of metal and hides entirely by the time I get to these. I guess I need 1 more mission. Very close. So Crab Rave will be Banner Spear's final mission, perhaps. Or, bear with me here, I don't have to bring Banner Spear on the mission at all. I could just finish up buying stuff by using the gold to purchase resources. Go a little bit slower in the retirement, but I can keep the gold around for doing things like building a mining camp. I can use my 10 gold for that. It does mean I'm just like not bringing a banner sphere on missions. I tend to think banner sphere is kind of strong. 9, 15, 18. Yeah, there you go. Crab Rave. Geminate? Maybe? Deathwalker, Geminate, Snow Dancer. I feel like Drag Down kind of combos with Snow Dancer to immobilize things that can't hit me. No, not really. It's definitely Blink Blade. And definitely Deathwalker. But then the other stuff I'm not so sure about. I wonder how much value I can get out of a hazardous tile or two. It might be a lot of value. So we'd try like this. Let me just get a sense of like, what's it like if you can't move, if you're just standing in the front line with me? And you have like 7 health? 8 health. Oh no. I don't think there's any AoE healing here. There is bottom half of this to heal every single turn. That could be useful. Although I may have a banner that does that without needing an entire character. There's stuff like this which can push things over hazardous terrain. Yeah, I feel like I don't actually have that much healing. Do I have like AoE pushes? White Winds. That was kind of cool. This is a push. I think we have to do it. If we're standing still somewhere, then having hazardous terrain to push something over and over again has to be strong. Do I know if later missions are even more unfair at +3? I haven't played later missions. I think the difficulty will probably get a bit easier, actually. But I don't know, maybe some of the later missions are really obscene. I don't know. So it was important for Deathwalker to come on that last mission so we could get Cloak of Shadow. And while we're occupying a hex with a shadow, enemies attacking us have disadvantage. I also really want to get Restless Spirits, so I can move a shadow to hit something for damage with the bottom half of a card. Javelin is a push/pull. Did I just see Bannersphere T-posing? I think I just saw Bannersphere T-posing for a second. Cool. I guess. I don't know. Deflecting maneuver's okay. I just need every single healing card. I want Unbreakable Wall so I can push things into the hazardous terrain that I'm creating. I want combined effort for turn 1. I want this banner. I need to apply wounds. I need this banner. I need to be able to regen. I need to be able to pull. I need to be able to regen. I need to be able to armor pierce. I actually can't drop a card for Unbreakable Wall. Gross. I'll drop regroup. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see how this party does. Remember birds being mean, but you don't know how much of that was the birds? So true. How is Frosthaven? Oh, man, how is Frosthaven? Nobody ever asks that anymore, you know? I kind of want to do systems reboot. That's how I played it last time, isn't it? And that way you make sure if you lose experimental adjustment or kinetic transfer, you can just get it back again. But then I couldn't kill the zombie at the end because I didn't have my best attack. Is how I remember it going. Also, I remember thinking that sap speed might actually be decent. I want a stamina potion for Blink Blade. Good. We got 2 other characters. Well, no, Banner Sphere can place a trap, huh? The trap's just going to immediately deal 3 damage to something, because they'll have to walk onto it. Outstanding stuff. I didn't get a perk on you. Unlucky. Do we have items? You're full build. You are missing shoes. I don't know if I want flexible slippers. They're definitely okay here. Fencing slippers feel wrong. YOLO. Oh, where'd Bone Shaper go? Bone Shaper probably has a bunch of stuff for building the mining camp. No! Somehow you don't. Alright. Okay, so Banner Sphere has gotten further away from retirement out of all that, is what I am seeing. Blink Blade can spend a hide. Yeah, I definitely need metal on Banner Spear. Deathwalker has a metal right now. Lombard! Thank you very much for the 39 months. Appreciate it. Oh, I could build the hunting lodge now. We could skip a week. I'm kind of into that. Alright, let's do it. Takes me significantly further away from retiring a merchant. But do you even need a merchant? Yes. Yeah, you do. Eh. Maxim and Linkiji have said hi on YouTube at some point in the last 3 hours. Hope you're doing well. I do occasionally read YouTube chat, in theory. Okay. I'm hungry and it's 11 p.m. and also I'm not meant to work today. So, I think I'm gonna go have dinner. I'll be back tomorrow for 8 hours of Frosthaven. Tomorrow will be the 15th of September. Wild. That's halfway through. One of the amazing things about this game is that it's so complicated and there's so much stuff that you can watch it without fear of spoilers because you won't remember anything. Beautiful. I also think it's just like very replayable. So even if something gets spoiled, it's not as big a deal. I really want to fight the crabs, but I'm so hungry. Man. All right. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will see you soon.